Hi, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. I just want to give you a quick overview of how you compare to the competition, why they're beating you in Google search results, and things you can do to overtake them. So I actually found you on the fifth page of Google. So when I pull up your website, the layout is good. You've got all the services and drop-down menus, all your contact information so people can easily see it and get in touch with you. I think the best part is having actual real pictures on the website. Too many other companies just use stock file photos. It helps get you a more personal connection with the customer. As far as Google is concerned, to rank your website, it's using two different factors. Number one is going to be the content. So it doesn't really matter as much the layout of where the pictures and text are. Google is just a computer. So the first thing it's going to do is just come in and count all the words on the page. Now, while it's counting for these words, it's also looking for keywords, which is basically just any kind of service that a customer will be typing into the search, and then usually a location as well. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one keyword for every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. Anything more than that is considered keyword stuffing. You can actually get penalized for that. You can imagine that if you just had a blank website and all you did was list all the services that you offer and all the towns in the state of Massachusetts, that site would actually not rank very high in Google at all. The second thing that it's using is what's called the authority of the page, or the popularity, which is basically other websites that refer back to your website. You can kind of look at it as if you just did a job for a customer and they told their neighbor that you did really good work, and then 10 or 100 other people told that same neighbor you do really good work, that neighbor would think very highly of you. You'd have a lot of authority in their eyes. It's the same thing with Google, except with other websites referring back to yours. So if we go back to the search here, the first thing you're going to notice is what we call the Google Map Pack. Now, a lot of people think in order to get listed in here, it's just based on the location of the searcher to the proximity of your business, but it actually has a lot more to do with the authority that your page brings in order to rank in here. Also, in order to make it into this map pack, you need to fill out what's called your Google My Business profile, which is free. Any owner can do it. I believe now it's actually located inside your Google Maps app, so you can do it right from your smartphone. Below this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the higher the authority of your website, the higher up on the list you're going to rank. So what as I did, I just grabbed the top 3 organic listings. You can disregard any of the directory sites like Angie's and Yelp. And what I do is I put it into this program, which shows me the search results for Google on what it's finding to rank your website. So it's seeing 23 keywords on your site, and then 177 of those referring domains or referring websites to give your site authority. So if we take a quick look at the competition, 166 and 63 from G&O Construction, On Top Roofing has 105 and 51, and Seven Hills has 227 and 67. So on paper, it looks like you're beating them in this area, but both of these, it's really a matter of quality over quantity. And let me show you what I mean. When we go into the keywords, these are all the keywords that people are searching for, keywords or phrases, and it also lists the volume, which is the number of times per month that search is being made. Now, the object here is to do some research and find out all the highest volume keywords in your area pertinent to your profession, and then try to make sure that those are getting listed on your site, and then your site is highly ranking for them. So for instance, 150 times per month, people are searching for Worcester, Mass Roofing Co., and you're ranked 49th in Google's eyes for that keyword. Now, if we go back to the referring domains, there's 2 different types of these domains or websites that refer back to you. One is called a link or a backlink. That's basically any other website, such as like a blog post or a news article that's written about you, or one of those sites that says, the top 50 roofers in Massachusetts, something to that effect. Now, this is a huge factor as far as quality over quantity, as Google ranks the authority of the website going back to yours and puts weight based on its relevancy. So for instance, if you had Pizza Hut linking back to your website, Google obviously knows that you're not slinging pizzas, so it wouldn't give that any authority, even though it's a link back to your website. So this is where I want to show that even though you have 177 of these, which is almost double the competition, you have a lot of them that aren't really bringing a whole lot of weight or authority back to your website. Now, I don't want to get like super technical in here, but it's whether or not Google weights the link back to you, and then it obviously is relevant to your pertinent um, profession. So obviously, you guys aren't doing anything with wine or anything like that. Maybe you did a roof for one of their companies or something similar to that. But unfortunately, in Google's eyes, it doesn't give that any authority, even though it counts as a total number. Now, the second part of this, other than the links, is what we call a citation. So that's any kind of name, address, and phone number. So similar to Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Yelp, those types of listing directories. The good news about citations are they're free to get. So you just need to find all those different sites, register, find the time to fill it all out, the information, and then you can get listed on those sites, and then it adds another citation. So I realized that I threw a lot of information out at you, but I just wanted to try to keep this as brief as possible. However, if there's anything you want to go over about in more detail, I can help you boost these numbers and beat out some of the competition in the local areas that you're interested in targeting. I'd be more than happy to do so. Just give me a call or shoot me an email and let me know whatever time and day works best for you, and I'll be happy to make myself available. Again, thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity.